Good morning, guys. Zach Reininger. Today I want to ask you a question. What do you think a 3-year-old having surgery and getting tubes put in their ears, tonsillectomy, getting adenoids removed, what do you think that has to do with sales? And what do you think that has to do with how you and I interact or how we view the world? And at first, it doesn't make any sense, right? I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Zach. Well, we have a friend who their 3-year-old has had a lot of ear infections, a lot of sinus stuff going on. And over time, they've discovered, well, she has massive tonsils. Her adenoids are swollen. And she has so much fluid built up in her ears that she can't sleep at night. She can't hear well. So her speech development is behind, so she can't keep up with the other kids. She's so sweet, but she can't keep up because she can't hear well, which means she can't think well, which means she's not sleeping, so her brain isn't getting enough oxygen, so she can't develop and grow. Now, the positive is, that sounds terrible, but the positive is she went and got surgery, and they removed her tonsils. They're pulling out her adenoids. They said she had so much fluid behind her ears that they can't even believe she could hear at all. And when she comes out of this, she is going to be able to hear so much better, and she's going to be able to develop. And they're saying it should just open her eyes to the world in a sense. She should sleep at night, and she should be a calmer child because she's been a lot of behavior issues and things like that because she's not sleeping. The poor kid's miserable. Okay, get to the point, Zach. What does that have to do with sales? Well, it got me thinking. It's no different than us. And if we're not putting the right stuff into our ears, how are we supposed to have the right stuff coming into our minds and sleep well and develop and grow and get better and enhance our speech and our ability to communicate and our ability to understand people? Our ears are blocked with a bunch of bullshit because that's all we listen to. We spend time watching Fox News, CNN, blah, 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 and everybody spewing negativity and bad information and, oh, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. And you get on social media and it's just a bunch of people bitching and complaining. When I would really encourage you to curate your environment, curate what's coming into your ears. You're all blocked up with bullshit. Let's get those tubes in there. Let's relieve that pressure. Let's put positive, good development thoughts, ideas, strategies, training, getting better with our words. Let's get that in our ears. We eliminate all the other poison, and all of a sudden we start sleeping better, right? We're developing ourselves. We're getting better. Our mindset improves because we're sleeping better, because we don't have so much negativity and anxiety and stress. Our outlook changes. Our energy shows up better at work with our customers. We're listening to them better. We're developing skills because we removed the poison. We removed the bullshit. And so I'm drawing parallels from something that this 3-year-old is going through, which is very challenging. And I'm super optimistic for her when she comes out of this. I'm so grateful that they discovered it. But it's the same for us. Why can't we discover the same thing? I notice it in myself that if I catch myself reading too much news or trying to stay in tune with what's going on out there, and how should I navigate this? And what about this? And, really hyper focusing on some of this, the negativity seeps into my being, right? I'll think about stuff when I'm going to bed, and I'll start not sleeping as well. And then I can't think right when I'm working because I have that primal fear-based mindset going in my head. When in reality, all that's telling me is I got to cut the bullshit. I got to cut out this other stuff. Cut back on my news consumption. Cut back on the negativity. Being mindful and purposeful in what I'm consuming. What am I watching? What videos am I watching? What am I listening to? What podcasts? What music? Am I listening to the news on every drive that I take somewhere? Or am I listening to something that's going to help me get better, like, hey, a sales training or music that really lifts me up and makes me feel good? So be conscious of this stuff, guys. Spend your time consuming things that are going to improve you, not consuming things that are negative and that you can do literally nothing about. Nothing. I'm not saying be completely ignorant to what's happening in the world, but unless you're going to go volunteer in a hospital in Ukraine to help someone, there's really nothing you can do about it. There's nothing we can do. So stop letting stuff like that control your mind. Stop letting other people have control over what you do. Take control of what you consume, because that is something you can control. What you put in your brain, what you put in your ears, what you allow in your life. Try to be very purposeful on cutting out negativity. If you're scrolling through your feed on Facebook or Instagram and you start seeing, you see someone that triggers you or like makes you, oh, I don't like that or whatever, delete that shit. Stop following that person. Unfriend them. Who cares? It's not worth it. Just because you went to high school with them, who cares? So curate your mindset. Curate what you allow to come into your ears. Cleanse yourself of the BS and watch how your mindset gets better. I am very guilty of this. And I know when I get in funks or I get tunnel vision, it's because I'm allowing too much of that to creep into my life. So that is my message for you today. That is how a 3-year-old having tonsillectomy, adenoid surgery, and tubes in their ears relates to you and I and sales professionals. Is we can all do a better job of getting in there, digging out the bullshit, focusing on the positive, and consuming better content that helps us get better. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. Please like, subscribe, share the video if this is helpful for you. We'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you.